welcome back to the channel. Real quick, I want to talk about I got this 3.6 here. Now, I had plans for y'all, man. I got some funny footage for y'all. This is gonna be called like a video fail, a video flop. I actually flopped at what I was trying to do. So now I got footage of it. Ain't no sense wasting the footage, man. So I'm gonna make fun of I'm gonna just some humor, man. I'm gonna give y'all some humor. But all right, here's what's going on, man. I had this 3.6. This is actually a 3.2, but you know they the same, 3.2, 3.6. And what was happening was a guy, another mechanic, fellow mechanic, replaced it. Now, when he replaced it, I decided to put it on my bench and tear it apart and show you guys the timing setup, how the timing is set up, how sophisticated it is, how it's supposed to be, the timing marks, and all of that. Well, I even went and rolled around the engine stand. I was gonna put it on the engine stand, okay? We couldn't. Now, what the guy that replaced it neglected to tell me was the engine was seized up. He didn't tell us this. So take a look at this footage, man, because I ended up putting the engine on a table. I had another guy, a co-worker of mine, we was gonna remove the timing cover and show you exactly what I was talking about. But once we got the timing cover off and we was gonna bring the timing marks lined up to where they're supposed to be, we had a hard time doing that, okay? Take a look at this. He couldn't get it. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. We can't turn it.
Yo, you don't let it lean. You only got a little bit more to go.
Turn it, man.
Damn, man, how you get the holy shit. That would have made for some good footage. How the time of 3.6.
You didn't even see that shit.
What the fuck did he do it?
Oh, but that's what you make with it.
Man!
No, you ain't finna see that, nigga.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. I'm finna pull that shit out.
Okay, that idea ended up not coming to, we couldn't do it. Let me put it that way. We couldn't pull that off. As far as the topic, like I say, the topic was going to be about the timing change and the timing marks and things like that. Anyway, we couldn't pull that off because we was unable to turn the crankshaft to get the timing marks lined up so I can show you guys what I was talking about. All right, so that idea went down the drain, but that was pretty funny. We had a hard time. I really don't know how the guy got it off personally because, as you know, the torque converter is bolted to the flywheel. So how do you turn an engine to loosen all the flywheel bolts? I'm gonna have to go ask him that, and I'm gonna get back with y'all when I find out. But no such thing as lost footage, man. I got a lot of things I can talk about on this engine. For instance, let me turn the camera around. For instance, we can discuss why the engine is locked up in the first place. Now, I can tell you why, but I can actually show you what caused it to lock up or show you the end results of why it's locked up. I assume rod bearings are seized up to the crankshaft. Now, again, he ended up replacing this engine because it was seized up, it was locked up. It came from a Jiffy Lube shop. All right, don't dog out Jiffy Lube, okay? Those guys are learning just like all of us had to. But they obviously forgot to put oil in it. I don't know the reason. Anyway, the insurance adjuster told him to replace it. We got it replaced. This is the old engine, and my plans was to show you guys the setup on like I said, we got the timing chain off, but we was unable, we even got the bolt still on here, unable to turn the crank to bring the timing marks where they're supposed to be, so I can show you guys exactly what I mean. So much for that idea. But like I say, no such thing as lost footage. I still had an engine on the table. I guess I can go over with you guys. Well, I got enough videos out there showing how to replace phasers or the phasers setup and things like that. I have videos about the oil filter adapter houses. The problem, most of the problem with these was they was over torqued from the oil change guys, so they failed a lot. At least that's according to Chrysler. I don't know the truth. But I was going to discuss the oil pump, timing chain. I had some big plans for you guys. But like I say, it didn't work out. The sealing of the cover, this is a gasket, or this is a O-ring gasket. It's a seal, of course, with the crankshaft, and it's a special RTV that they use on this timing cover. I was gonna show y'all even getting this tensioner, the plunger pushed back in. There's a special trick to doing that. There's the hole right there. There's a special tool that you use to compress that and get it up. So what I'm gonna end up doing is simply just taking the oil pan off, and we're gonna end up going over why the engine is seized up. Okay, like I say, I'm 100% sure one of the rod bearings are seized up to the crankshaft, allowing it not to turn. And that is like 90% of the reasons engines are seized up, due to poor lubrication. I don't know if the guy put the wrong fluid in it or he didn't put any in it at all. I don't know. I just know that the guy that replaced it neglected to tell me that it was seized up. Of course, the flywheel go back here. Like I say, how did he get the torque converter bolts off if the engine was seized up? You have to turn the crankshaft. There's 4 torque converter bolts bolted to the flywheel, which is flywheel bolted to the engine. So if the engine is seized up, how was he able to? I don't know. Now, some cars like rear wheel drive, I've been known to bring the torque converter out with it. Okay, actually I have a video about I'm still editing, but I'm gonna edit and put it up and show you guys what I'm talking about, because that's possible. How to remove an engine if it's seized up, because you have to cross that hurdle of getting the torque converter bolts off. That's a known fact. But I was gonna discuss all this, man. The tensioner, how to set it up, how to remove it, how to roll the engine stand back over. But cam phasers, this is the intake phaser that we have on, but the exhaust phasers can give you some problems, man. They can tick in the morning when it's cold, just a quick little 5-second tick. You know, this thing, it might set off like a P0340, because you know the cam sensor sets in here and it reads these 2 magnetic timing rails. All right, but I don't want to hold y'all long. I still got some things I can discuss because I have this engine over here. So much for the timing chain setup. All right, so that was pretty funny actually. So let me get out of here, man. That's all I have, man. I'm gonna get back with y'all and we're gonna talk some more about this. Again, this is a 3.2. It's pretty much the same as a 3.6, but a little differences. But most of the stuff is not interchangeable. So you can't take this camshaft off of here and put it on a 3.6. They're not interchangeable. In fact, they have it stamped. Let me show y'all one more thing. They have it stamped on the camshaft what engine it go in. You see that? It says 3.2. So do not think I just did a video on a used camshaft that I put in my journey. It worked out great, but these are not interchangeable. If you see 3.2 stamped on the camshaft, it is for a 3.2 engine. Do not take this and put it on a 3.6. All right. So I don't want this video to be long, so let me wrap this up. Give y'all a little humor and a little future topics on what I'm gonna discuss with this 3.2/3.6 liter engine. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video.
I'm sure it's the same, but yeah.